Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, I like to pray to the east. I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wadash. And double honor to those great millstones, while learned is true. And also, to the oath elect that is scattered abroad, I like to say, shalom. Come back here today with another live camp through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Hope this would help you today and lead you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So we're seeing that a lot of things are going on in the world right now. You know, right here in our own backyard, you know, there's a lot of talks about Venezuela. You know, we're seeing that a lot of military buildup is going on down there in the Caribbean. You know, shalom to everyone on the comment board. You know, and we're seeing that a lot of things are happening down there. You know, the things are picking up between the president of Venezuela. I got about two videos, one by Dabu 7 and another dude by Javon, the reporter. We're gonna bring them out too to let you know what's going on around the world. You know, to get prepared because we getting ready to come upon some turbulent times. You know, some tribulation. You know what I'm saying? Some very dark, perilous time. Also, we knowing that these nations are preparing for war. You know what I'm saying? We're here. You know, and the idea about we seeing that America is sending warships in the Caribbeans. You know what I'm saying? They're lining up, you know, these what you call these quick attack nuclear submarine. So we seeing right now, you know, a lot of people are sitting up playing games, but all the games about to be over. And also we knowing that at some point there's still rumors that China is getting ready to invade Taiwan. You know, also we know that everything is picking back up between Iran and Israel. So man, it's so many different major fronts. You know what I'm saying? It's all around us, man. That's why we got to be constantly be prepared. We constantly, you know what I'm saying, got to have ourselves in the right mindset. You know what I'm saying? Got to put on the whole armor of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Because one thing about it, we knowing that we're very close to these times. You know what I'm saying? The last and final war, the wars to end all war. You know what I'm saying? World War III. It's fast approaching. We constantly warn you. Our salvation is at the door. So a lot of people beginning to see now that what the prophet was saying is coming, you know what I'm saying, it's coming a full tuition now. You know what I'm saying? At the end it shall speak and not lie. And in that day they shall know that a prophet was among them. So in the middle of the Lord, we're out here, you know what I'm saying, we're standing on our watch. And we're staying on fire for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're here, man. We're constantly warning people left and right. You know, the world is mourning right now. We're seeing that the heathens are raging. You know, they imagine that vain thing. We try to be the next superpower. And also we knowing that what Bill Gates said a couple of weeks ago about that he's getting ready to do away with the smartphone, this right here. You know what I'm saying? Get ready to make you a walking device. Revelation chapter 13 is constantly jumping off the pages right now. A lot of things are getting ready to happen. You know what I'm saying? Also, we read upon a civil war. We're seeing that these things that's going on in these major cities, like started in Washington, D.C. Well, it really started in California. You know what I'm saying? Over there, you know, they brought in the National Guard, they brought in the Marines. And also, now we're seeing the same thing that's going on at the nation capital because of crying to make the streets better, to, you know what I'm saying, get the homeless off the street. You know, we already know we're not ignorant of Satan's device. We already know that this man is preparing for war. He's getting ready to try to lock down everything, bring forth that total control. We already know what that's all about. All roads lead to that grain of rice. In the middle of the Lord, we constantly been warning you left and right about all these impending dangers. So now, let's get a quick precept before we open up today's live camp. I like to say shalom to everyone on the comment board. Shalom. Shalom to everyone on the comment board. Let's see here. It says, start off in Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. So right now, the wicked is bearing rule right now. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing that the people's are mourning right now. We're seeing that this place is all out of order. We're seeing right now all sorts of wickedness is running rapid because the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. You know, Job chapter 9 and verse 24. But when the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. So when the last time when the righteous was in authority, I think it was during King Solomon time. You know, had that, I think if I'm not mistaken, that 40-year of peace. So we hadn't had the righteous hadn't been in authority since then. So right now we're mourning right now. We're asking the Lord, how long, O Lord? Let's read that once again. It says here, let's read it in the NLT. It said Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2 said, when the godly are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked are in power, they groan. So that's what's going on right now, man. We're seeing this man is constantly, preparing for war all across the world. Right here in our own backyard. We already know it. If he goes in there, going in there and try to get, what's his name, Maduro, he tried to go in there and get this man, we already know it's going to be repercussions. We already know that they're allies with China and also with Russia. So these things are constantly lining up. That's what we constantly warn you about. So, if he goes in there, it's going to be a domino effect. They're going to have to, America is getting ready to get its due justice very soon. You know what I'm saying? These nations are getting ready to turn on the whore very soon. This man is that cruel Lord, and also we believe through the spirit and reincarnation of Nero. You know what I'm saying? This goddamn cruel Lord, which in fact is DJ Donald Trump. He's getting ready to get it popping. And also, there's rumors that he wasn't seen for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? What is this man getting ready to go to his bunkers? What's going on? But we're getting ready to find out. So we know, this could be the possible dark winter. So we know we're very close to that. Let's go here. The Watchman, the Lord started Watchmen to warn you of these things. So let's go here to Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. Ezekiel chapter 3. Let's go here to Ezekiel chapter 3. See where we're at here. Ezekiel chapter 3. All right, quick, let's get this one here. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Because the Lord done set up watchmen. You know what I'm saying? Warning before destruction. The Lord said, hey, man, he warned them for me. Let me get on your asses whether you will hear or whether you will for Baal. That's where we at. It says here, Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the words of my mouth and give them warning for me. So what we're warning you about? We're warning you about what? An evil time. We're warning you about war. We're warning you about pestilence, plagues. You know what I'm saying? We're warning you about, this devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath. We constantly warning you left and right. And I did by the Lord to give them warning. Because when the Lord brings forth that judgment, there's not going to be any more talking. So that's where we at right now. So you know what I'm saying? They said, and when you go to Ezekiel chapter 33, it said, then they shall know when these things come to pass, or these prophecies, the signs of the time, then they shall know that a prophet was among them. So a lot of people out here, still, they're getting ready for, I think they call this Labor Day weekend. They're out here, you know what I'm saying? They're relaxing, they're swimming, having a great old time with their family, getting ready for these barbecues. They're getting ready for, these relaxation time. It's no time to be relaxing. It's no time to be in a house of mirth. And when this devil strike, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, he's getting ready to come with everything. All this military, all his technology, AI, robotics, transhumanism. This man is getting ready to come with every damn thing. If the Lord is not on your side, you're going to be totally destroyed. It's called what? Jacob's trouble. So, a lot of people right now, they have eyes to see, but they see not. They have ears to hear, but they hear not. Because what? They're the same rebellious house that did not want to return to Yahweh. By Shimmy, I was shot. That's just like right now I'm out here. I hadn't been out here in a while teaching. I think been over a year. I was teaching down with GMS New Orleans. Now I'm back up out on my own for a minute, and one thing about it though is this. We seeing that our people, are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? They're walking around here thinking they're a good case. I'm watching them all up in this park right now. They all gathered together just like they just like they're in a big concert or something. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about it, when it comes to the Lord, they scatter. You know what I'm saying? To do evil, they know that knowledge. But to do good, they have no knowledge of. They don't want to hear nothing about this. But guess what? They get ready to inquire of the men of the Lord. Hey, man, I need to ask you a question about this. I need you to ask you a question about that. Hey, these things are coming upon us. You know what I'm saying? Making sure to see if everything going all right. See if everything running real good. Someone give me a thumbs up on the comment board. Make sure everything running good. I ain't checked the feed yet. I'm going to check it in a minute. But just like I said, you know what I'm saying? We're here. I'm going to go to YouTube right quick before I show this video. Adabu 7 is telling you about how America is getting in position to attack Maduro down in Venezuela. So, we got something going on right in our own backyard. Let's check the feed right quick. You already know how this devil get out. He'll freeze it up for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got here. See, make sure my live is going good. I normally check it. Let's see if it's all right. Yeah, I'm looking good. I'm looking good. Shalom to everyone on the comment board. Everything good. Okay, thank you. Ezekiah, servant of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? So I'm back out here, back on the block again, doing it once again. And also, you know what I'm saying, the guys at Great Mill Store, you know what I'm saying, we all here together, to bring out this truth. It's high time to prophesy. You know what I'm saying? If a lot of people right now, if you don't believe that we're living in the end time, then your ass is you're living under a rock and you're going to be totally destroyed. I see that we're looking good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show this video. It's a video I want to bring out right quick before we open up the day, before we get into a few more scriptures in a minute. Let's get this Davut 7. It's something I want to show y'all right quick. Because this stuff is getting ready to kick off. See, I hope it'll show right quick. Let me see, will it show? Let me see, can I get it? Check this out.
In Venezuela, many Americans sleeping on this, but a massive war is about to begin. And this is going to involve America, and it's going to run all the way up to our border. They are stating right at the gate that this is a narco-drug type of operation, but Maduro and his people feel like this is another attempt to come and overthrow him. It could all be bundled together, which is probably what is about to happen. You have destroyers, Poseidons, everything you can think of surrounding them down here in the Caribbean. And he is rallying troops, putting them on the border areas, around the coastline, and they just suffered a massive blackout. Their main city of Caracas just got rocked by what they're calling electrical sabotage. So, massive blackout here hitting. As they're rallying, you can see here, and they're preparing for war. Here you can see a U.S. guided missile cruiser spotted crossing the Panama Canal. As we've got these warships heading to the area, this is real deal, the big guns, going for Maduro. So it's about to go down, and the whole news cycle is going to change. This is going to affect everything big time, and there's going to be blowback. Doing things like shutting the lights out in their whole entire capital is very, very indicative of a strike about to happen. And again, Americans would be crazy to think that this can't happen to them. There will be some type of blowback, counter attack from them once this all kicks up. And I feel it's going to be huge, and it's going to be ongoing. You're going to see car bombings, you're going to see all types of stuff. You're going to see the craziest of the crazy brought to America, and it's all by design. They've been waiting to play this card for some time. So it's about to begin. They have a plan, especially if you're in one of the border cities down by our southern border. They could see an influx of targeted attacks and things like that, since it will be the easiest for them to get to and to pull off. But this is widespread everywhere. A heads up. I'll leave links here. Join me for the live show. All
right, so it's enough of that. So we're seeing right now there are things are picking up in the Caribbean. So I just want to bring that out. I think I first seen it Apostle Tahar, he brought that out, and letting you know that we're very close. These things are getting ready to come a reality. We're constantly warning you left and right. You know what I'm saying? All hell is getting ready to break loose. In the middle of the Lord, we're constantly warning you left and right. That's why the Lord said, I set up watchmen to warn you. You know what I'm saying? And I divided his mouthpiece. It's time to seek the Lord, because the door of repenting is constantly closing. That's what we're constantly warning you about, left and right. Let's go here. There'll be random scriptures here, but let's bring it out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Let's go here to first. We'll start here first in Job. The title of the day lesson, Job chapter 4 and verse 5. Job chapter 4 and verse 5. And it reads, says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bound that he cannot pass. So right now, he at the point of no return. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it is what it is. We're in that transition of power right now. We see it right now. The Lord is getting ready to take this man out of rulership very soon. The indignation of the Lord is upon these heathen nations. You know what I'm saying? He's getting ready to bring forth that judgment. So he can't get over it. He can't get around it. He can't go under it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He got an appointed time where he's getting ready to go down. So we at that time with this red devil, you know what I'm saying, of death is getting ready to go down. with a blaze of glory. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's getting ready to come back with those IBCM missiles, also that laser and chariot fire. So, and also been in the news a lot too, is this 31 Atlas, this object that they keep constantly bringing up. And they said it was emitting some type of nickel or nitrogen or something, but they're saying that it's not a comet, it's something, you know, they know pretty much what it is, a spacecraft. You know, the Lord's getting closer and closer. The Lord is visiting the earth that he created. You know what I'm saying? We know that we're here, so we know that these things are getting ready to come full tuition. So Dawu 7, you know what I'm saying? He let you know that, hey, it's going to be repercussion. If they go into Venezuela, we already know it's going to be a domino effect. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be right here in our own backyard. Also, we seeing that Mexico also is bucking up against the United States. All we seeing slowly these nations that was at peace with America slowly is turning against Babylon the Great, just like the Bible said when you go to Revelation chapter 17. You know what I'm saying? We are knowing we read upon World War III. Ezekiel chapter 38 war is constantly lining up. You know what I'm saying? Civil unrest. The stage is set. All things are ready. Washington, D.C., we got these, National Guard, you know, walking the streets left and right, said they there for safety, you know, to help the community, you know what I'm saying, to get, you know, the mental and the homeless, get them in a facility to help them to make things better, or to make America great again. You know what I'm saying, he had he's imagining a vain thing, you know what I'm saying, so we know that these things are not going to happen. We already know what's getting ready to happen. Let's go to this right here, so his days are determined. Let's go hit a Sirach. We in this transition of power. That's what we seeing. Unrighteous dealing got by the Sikhs. The kingdom is getting ready to be translated. The kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. Let's go here. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach. Let's go here to Sirach chapter 10. I think it's around verse 8. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 8, it says, because of unrighteous dealing, injuries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. You know what I'm saying? And that other people is what the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's getting ready to translate the kingdom back to us. And when you go to 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9, you know, Esau is the end of what? Of this earth age, the end of this this temporal world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. That's that transition of power right there. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at right now. We seeing these birth pains are getting ready to kick up. We seeing that the nations are rising against nations. Rumors of war are all over the place. That's what we constantly seeing left and right. So let's go here to Matthew chapter 24. That's where we at right now. Also, we seeing we're living in the days of Noah. You know, there are no new thing under the sun. We are here, man. Let's go here. Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24. We'll start up at verse. We'll start up at verse 3. So you know, this is during the time with Yahushua got with the disciple. The disciple want to know when will it be the time of him bringing the kingdom of heaven. So this is what the Lord told him right here. He says, Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3 said, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, said the disciple came unto him privately, saying, tell us, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the signs of thy coming and the end of the world? So hell, we right now, that's what we waiting on. How long, O Lord? You know, we ready to get the hell out of this nightmare. Verse 4 said, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. So right there, the Lord said, take heed that no man deceive you. So right now, we're in a time where, you know, a lot of men are waxing worse and worse, you know, constantly being deceived and deceiving. But the Lord said the deceive and the deceivers, here says the Lord. But the Lord said, take heed. That's why you got to have what you call the spirit of discernment. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to discern the spirit, be able to try the spirit, see if they're coming in the right spirit. So we already know that a lot of false prophet has arrived. Let's get in the next verse in a little bit. It says here, Matthew chapter 24, verse 5, it says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So right now, the end is not yet. These things right now should supposed to come to pass. The Lord is giving you a guideline what's to come. So let's get a little bit more. This is what the Lord is getting ready to run it down to you right now. Verse 7, it said, Matthew chapter 24, verse 7, said, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So that's what we constantly seeing right now. These nations are rising against nations. We see in South America, right now is rising against what? North America. You know what I'm saying? Babylon the Great. And also we seeing Canada, Mexico, all is rising up against, you know what I'm saying, that whore. Also Russia, you know, China, you know what I'm saying? We seeing right now Iran, you know, everybody is bucking up, getting prepared for war. That's what we come to seeing. And we warn you about what famine. That famine is coming. We already knowing about these tariffs that DJ Donald Trump started. I think it was yesterday. You know, they started with these tabs and shit. Now all these nations are getting together. They're not bringing any type of shipments in right now. You know, Salakia for that. They're not bringing any type of shipments in right now. So we're seeing right now that the stage is set. All things are red pestilent. We're seeing an uprising of these STDs. You know what I'm saying? HIV is very high in Texas, in Atlanta, Mississippi, Louisiana, you know, and many other parts of the world. So we're seeing that these pestilent, you know, also increased presence of that C19, you know, so all these things are creeping up. So at any given time, they can say, hey, man, we're having another pandemic. We're going to have to do this. We're going to have to do that. And we knowing that hokey pokey is coming back into play. You understand what I'm saying? So we seeing that the signs of the times are here. So that's what we constantly warning you about. That's why the Lord said when you see nations are rising up, you know, we seeing that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing what? Pestilence, famine, and what? Earthquakes in diverse places. So we seeing earthquakes pretty much every day. I always telling you about what's going on in California, the Philippines, Japan, pretty much all over the world. Right there in Yosemite National Park, that super volcano. You know what I'm saying? Also the volcanoes. I also telling you about what that fault line over there in St. Louis. Telling you about that. Telling you about just a lot of things that happen. That's why I want to say you gotta stay locked in, man. So let's go back to Matthew chapter 24 and read verse 7 again. It said, Matthew chapter 24 and verse 7 said, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. We're exactly seeing that. It said, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So right now, we're at the beginning of the birth pain. We're at the beginning of the transition of power. We're seeing that the Lord is changing the vibration around the world, left and right. The tables are turning. You know what I'm saying? Right now, the writing is on the wall. We seeing it, man. We are rejoicing. Verse 9, it said, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated by all nations for my name's sake. It's for whose name's sake? Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. First they hated him, and they also shall hate you for what? For this name's sake, for this gospel, for this wisdom that we constantly putting out each and every day. You know, the world hate him that rebukes at the gate. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, we see that persecution is coming. And also we know that the famine of the word is fast approaching. Also, you know, you better get it while it's hot. They're going to shut this internet down. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come for the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, we're not even worried about what they're going to do, because the Lord is going to lift up their standard in a way to escape, you know. So supernatural intervention is getting ready to kick in. It says here, Matthew chapter 24, verse 11 says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. So that's exactly what we're seeing left and right. Let's get this along with let's read that once again. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 11, it says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. So one thing about it is that we're seeing a lot of false prophets are rising right now. We're seeing that they're being exposed. What's this dude's name? I did a lesson on it the other day. I think his name was David Taylor. You know what I'm saying? He deceived many. A lot of people follow this man straight off a cliff. This man wasn't teaching nothing but a lot of lies and deception, a lot of abomination. And the Lord will shed light on him. So the Lord's getting rid of these wicked pastors that scattered his flock. The Lord said, woe to them. The Lord's going to destroy them. You know what I'm saying? So one thing about that, you know what I'm saying, in that day, you know, you're going to know who the true men of the Lord is. The Lord's going to let it be known. He's constantly revealing things. The Lord is what? Is shifting the house. You know what I'm saying? So right now, you know, nothing that was covered. It's going to be uncovered now. Things is coming to the light. The truth is being declared. Let's go here now. Get a little bit more, Matthew. It says here, Matthew chapter 24 at verse 12, it said, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So that's what we see in each and every day. People are very cold and calculate. All these senseless murder. I seen one the other day about I think it was a dude killed. A dude was found in his man house, and he came home. He unalived him. You know, he hit him with a switch. So he got off on that charge of murder, and they gave him a charge of having a switch. You know, that's a device that they add to their weapon. That's all we're gonna talk on that. But anyway, the man, you know, he was in his man's house, so we seeing a lot of that going on. A lot of adultery, you know what I'm saying? A lot of fornication, you know what I'm saying? You know, someone sleeping with somebody's wife, and really to tell you the truth through the Spirit, that was the right thing to do. That man should have been put to death, and also the woman should have been put to death. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about it, we know that the Lord is constantly bringing forth that judgment. That's the spirit of vengeance. You know, the Lord ain't playing right now. You know what I'm saying? First, my judgment would start at the house of Israel. So that's what we constantly seeing. The love of many is waxing cold. We're seeing violence is constantly increasing. We're seeing that murder after murder. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing, you know what I'm saying, that people really don't give a damn anymore. You know what I'm saying? People just doing whatever. And also we seeing these YNs, you know what I'm saying, these damn two-thirds, they're off the chains right now. Verse 14, it said, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness. It said let's read over again, Salaki. It said, Matthew chapter 24 and verse 14, it said, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So, hey, we right at the end right now. We seeing that this gospel is being preached in all these different countries, you know what I'm saying, and different languages. You know, we all saying the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Over in France, Australia, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? In the UK, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? In Africa, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That name is universal. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's getting ready to return. Oh, I don't think this is going to happen. I don't know about this. Don't worry about it. You getting ready to find out. You getting ready to help around and find out because the Lord, he getting ready to bring it. So let's go here to Isaiah chapter 34. I'm going to bring out another report in a minute. I'm going to go to the comment board and see where we at here. Okay? I'm gonna get that one more video, then I'm going to go to this comment board. We're going to close out. But here on out, I'll be back out here for a while. You know, so bringing it out. You know, it's high time to prophesy. It's no excuse. You call yourself a man of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? You got to go out here in these highways and byways. The Lord command us to come out here. You know, if you think you're a true man of the Lord, you're going to stand 10 foot down for the Lord. You know, regardless, you're not going to give a damn what no one's saying. The Lord gave you your instruction. You go out there and do what the Lord told you to do. And don't worry about the rest. You know what I'm saying? You know, come in and tell these people to come, compel them to come in. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, we all got to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. Don't worry about what's going on around the world. You worry about you and hoping that the Lord protect you in that time of trouble. I remember you in that time of trouble. Camp your angels around me, Lord. Have mercy upon me, Lord. You know what I'm saying? We're here, man. We're here. It is at the door. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our people right now are still asleep, are still in a house of mirth. You know, still are thinking that they're a good case. And all hell is getting ready to break loose. The men of the Lord, we're constantly warning you, left and right. It is here. It is at the door. Oh, I don't see it coming. I don't know what he's talking about. It's still sunshine. We're still barbecuing. We're still twerking. We still have boots on the ground. Don't worry about it. It's coming. The Lord said it shall come to pass. So we see it right now. This gospel is being preached. Internet is on fire right now. The YouTube, all this stuff is getting ready to be a thing in the past. The Lord is getting ready to bring forth the famine of the world. We constantly warn you right now. You know, while they have liberty and place to repent, it's time right now to seek the Lord while he can be found. So now, let's go here to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 34. Because the Lord, you know what I'm saying, hey, man, the Lord's getting ready to do it, get ready to do the thing, man. You know, we ready to see this place to burn, baby, burn. We'll start at verse 1. Shalom once again, there one on the coming board, Shalom. And just like I say, man, hey, we're here, man. It says here, Isaiah chapter 34, and verse 1, it said, come near ye nations to hear and hearken ye people. It said, let the earth hear and all that is therein. It said, the world and all things that come from it. Verse 2, it said, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury is upon their armies. It said, he has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter. So that's exactly what's getting ready to happen. When you go into that word indignation, means righteous anger. The Lord's getting ready to return. When you go to Joel chapter 38, Joel chapter 3, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? Joel chapter 3, Ezekiel chapter 38, Jeremiah chapter 51. All these things going into that destruction, man. We know that we're very close. You know, we seeing that these things are here. The Lord is upon, you know, his eyes are what? Upon the sinful kingdom. The Lord's getting ready to destroy this place with those IBCM missiles and that laser and chariot fire. We know that we're very close, you know. We are so very close, man. We cannot wait. Let's get verse 3. And it says, and their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcass, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. So they describe when the Lord returned. So we know that I think the other day over there in Yemen, I think it was, they said that Israel had unalived the leader of Yemen. You know, so we already know that's over there in the on that Red Sea area over there. We already know that they're over there doing their thing over there. The least of the flock should draw them out. So we already knowing that at some point that the Lord is getting ready to remove the Northern Army, which in fact is America's military. You know what I'm saying? The Marines and the Navy, Air Force, the Army, and beyond. So we know that they're gonna go over there, and a stink shall come up out of their carcass, and the Lord is gonna destroy them over there. So we know when we coming upon that time, the Lord is setting this stage. You know what I'm saying, for this last and final war. And also we know that we coming upon a thermonuclear exchange, but not before the implementation of the RFD microchip, which in fact is the mark of the beast. Verse 4 says, Isaiah chapter 34, verse 4 says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. It said, and all their hosts shall fall down, so as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as it falling figs from the fig tree. So this is describing that thermonuclear exchange. You know, this is describing a mushroom cloud, or what, a nuclear explosion. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's getting ready to happen. We're very close to that. We know that we're very close to this new digital infrastructure. We know that we're very close to the end of the dollar, a great economic collapse. Because we're seeing right now, these tariffs are going to cause all sorts of disruption in the supply chain line. You know what I'm saying? You getting your merchandise, you know, from these stores. And also we seeing a lot of store closing. So we constantly seeing that America constantly slowly circling the drain. Let's get this last verse right here. Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 5, it said, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. So one thing about it is that, you know what I'm saying, it's talking about his sword shall be bathed in heaven, shall come down on Idumea. He's talking about what that sword he talking about. Talking about that little IBCM missile. And I was about to say, come down on Idumea. So that's a Greek way of saying what, Edom, Esau Edom, you know, the modern day so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, and, you know, the people of his curse. So when you go to Malachi chapter 1, around verse 4, you know, they said that the people of his curse, and also they are the border of wickedness. We probably get that too, you know. So we seeing right now that the Lord is setting the stage, you know what I'm saying, for this man, for his demise. You know, the Lord is getting ready to totally eradicate this man. Only thing will be left, you know, is that remnant. We know that they're going to go in the bunkers, but, you know, that they'll be the first fruits of slavery. You know that slavery is coming back in a big way also. So you said, it says here, it said, the people of my curse to judgment. So let's back that up a little bit more. You know, so it's talking about Idumea, a Greek way of saying Edom. Esau, Edom, which in fact in the modern day so-called white man. So let's get this, the people of his curse, you know, that it's going to come down on. So Lord, it really focused on this red devil. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's getting ready to destroy this devil. You know, the Lord's getting ready to call off that long disease, starting with sin, and also this wicked red devil. You know what I'm saying? Let's go here to Malachi. Malachi, let's back it up a little bit more, the people of his curse. Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Let's get this right quick. He said, wherein Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, or the Lord of armies, said, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord shall have indignation forever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, the Lord's getting ready, man, to destroy this place, man. We are here, man. We're here, man. You know, we're seeing that these things are fastly approaching. You know, we're seeing right now that Esau have built all this, these cities, these skyscrapers. But the Lord said they would build, but he's getting ready to throw down. So we're in that transition to power. The Lord's getting ready to destroy this man, government. This man getting ready to destroy all his cities, all his technology, all his military. So we don't have anything to worry about. We'll probably get one more, then we'll go get this last video, see where I want to go here now. Let's go here. So let's go to Daniel chapter 8 and verse 25. So by his policy, you know what I'm saying, by his these executive orders, these laws that he's putting into play, he shall what? Destroy many. Let's go here. See here, Daniel chapter 8. Daniel chapter 8 and verse 25. Daniel chapter 8 and verse 25. It says here, it says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Right now we seeing right now he's in the fullness of his sufficiency, saying he shall be and he shall magnify himself in his heart. Let's talk about the most proud. Esau Edom, and said, by peace, which in fact he's talking about peace right now, shall destroy many, and said, and he shall also stand up against the prince of princesses, but he shall be broken without hands. So when the Lord returns, the Lord is going to destroy this man. He's going to get rid of this nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Also by his policy that he's constantly putting into play. You know what I'm saying? This I know they did something back in, I think it was 2015. They did an exercise called Operation Jade Ham, and also look up Operation Lockstep. All these different things, these different policies he's putting in place. Project 25, Project Esther. A lot of these things is going to be targeting the people of color. You know what I'm saying? We already know we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Also now we're seeing that there he's putting in, I think he's very close to bringing forth that insurrection act. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to set the stage for this order out of chaos, so he can lock down everything, so he can bring forth martial law, you know what I'm saying, and constantly bring forth this new society, this new digital society that's totally controlled. What's going on, man? You all right? Good? All right then, that's good, man. You know you're Hebrew Israelite? You read your Bible? All right, read your Bible, man. You Hebrew Israelite of the Bible, man. All right then, okay. And one thing about it though is this, man. We know that we're very close, man. We are very excited. We're seeing right now the Lord is setting the stage. The Lord is putting the chess pieces together. The Lord is gathering the nation for what? The controversy of Zion. Someone got to pay for these crimes. And also we know we see constantly seeing the what? The Lord is constantly putting what? These curses on the other nations. Let's get that right quick. And then we're gonna get this quick video. Then we're gonna go to the comment board. We're gonna close out. See where we at now. Okay. Time is picking up. And Shalom, once again, they're one on the comment board. So by his policy, by his what? His philosophy, by his what? Democracy, by his law, by his unrighteous decrees. This man is getting ready to destroy many by what this new world order, you know what I'm saying? This big brother watching system, what they call it, Palantir. You know what I'm saying? That's the big brother watching system. You know, it's gonna be dealing with your biometrics. You know what I'm saying? Face recognition. You know what I'm saying? Eye retina scan. You know, just wave your hand. You're making it very convenient. You know that Revelation chapter 13 is speaking right now. So we know that the MOTB is here. All they gotta do is announce it. You know, in order for you to get this, we need you to take this under your skin. It's very convenient. It's very safe. We're here to help you. Everything will be all right. And a lot of our people gonna line up just like Clark. Yes, I want to take it. I have to eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm starving. I need my medication. You know what I'm saying? Don't trust in the Lord. They're going to go straight to this red devil and they're going to be totally destroyed. You know what I'm saying? My people are destroyed all day long for what? A lack of knowledge. There's one more little video I got to show right quick. And then we go into the comment board and we're going to close out, man. Time is constantly pushing. And one thing about it, man, it's high time to wake out of sleep. The Lord is right here, man. His eyes upon the sinful kingdom. Let's get this one right quick. Before we, let's check this one out. Hold on.
In talks. Now that I'm actually caught up with a lot of things in the world, I feel like I can talk on it. Number one, everyone's talking about Venezuela, Panama Canal. We just sent a warship or missile destroyer right through the Panama Canal. And of course, we got multiple destroyers down by Venezuela, 8 of them to be exact, and by the Caribbean. A lot of people are on high alert. Colombia's on high alert because Venezuela sent 15,000 troops. And of course, they deployed about 4.5 million militia. As y'all know, Maduro has access to at least 5 million militia. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see how America handles this war, as Russia threatened to arm them up. Venezuela reached out to Iran and China for help as well. And the U.S. is saying those are the whole 3 reasons why we are actually stepping up our operations down there. It has nothing to do with the cartel. Well, it might have something to do with the cartel, but it's more of the influence of Iran, China, and Russia in our southern hemisphere. So then we have China, of course, harassing their neighbors with the Philippines, still messing around the Thomas Shoal, Scarborough Shoal, still doing operations there. The UK made a defense pact with the Philippines, also said that they would help Taiwan, and they just made a historic pact with Japan, as they are all getting ready for a war with China. Now, the Philippines has 2 Typhoon missile systems that the United States has dropped off there, and also Japan is about to have one dropped off there, and China's already one in Japan, just like they did the Philippines before, the United States had dropped that shit off. So China's not too happy about this, but the world knows that China's going to attack Taiwan at least by 2027, which has been put out there multiple times. And then we got Russia and Europe, as Germany is accusing Russia of attacking their infrastructure. There's been a drone that landed in Poland. There was one that crashed down the other day in Estonia, and just a lot of weird shit going on in Europe. They're talking about sending the coalition of the willing into Ukraine so that they would have pretty much security guarantees after a ceasefire. And nobody knows how that's going to work out because Russia's not truly agreeing with that right now. There was an interception of a U.S. plane that was near Ukraine, and also U.S. and their allies are tracking a Russian nuclear submarine right now. And Iran's getting ready for another fight with Israel. India has been threatening Pakistan, and Pakistan's been doing the same to India, as they're both running operations in Jammu and Kashmir. Russia's warning the United States and the West to stay out of Afghanistan again, as they're trying to warm ties with the Taliban. So just a lot of weird shit going on in the world right now. But this is the latest, as always, and hopefully our world gets better. And more news next, as we get to discuss all this shit with the
All right, so we seeing right there that, you know, everything is constantly lining up. You know, talking about that war down there with Venezuela. So that thing is constantly picking up. So let's get this quick precept, and then we're going to go to the comment board. Let's go here to Habakkuk chapter 2. Let's go here right quick. Let's get this right quick. This is what this man is constantly doing right here. Habakkuk chapter 2, and we'll start up at verse 3. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, his philosophies, his doctrines, his democracy. Say he is a proud man. He saw Edom, the so-called white man, neither keeper at home. So you see where he at down in Venezuela. You know, you can't stay at home. You want to mess with everybody. So who enlarges his desire as hell and as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapers unto him all people. He's talking about the NWO. You know what I'm saying? Also, everywhere he go, death and hell follow this man. So this man is getting ready to go and try to really overthrow Maduro. You know what I'm saying? Down there talking about it's about drugs. This man is bringing all sorts of dangerous things into his country. Now they down there for you already know it's a 3-letter word. You know what I'm saying? That liquid gold. You know what I'm saying? That oil. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're the number one. They got the number one largest supply, if I'm not mistaken, Venezuela. So we already know him. Wherever there's some money to be made, you'll find that red devil there first. So you already know he's not a keeper at home. This man is constantly, you know, hey, he doing the damn thing. Let's read verse 6. He said, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, and how long, and to him that is laded himself with thick clay. So that thick clay going into tremendous debt. So this man is in a lot of debt right now. I think about 41, 44 trillion, might be more than that. So we know that he's there. You know what I'm saying? He's not, you know what I'm saying? This man is constantly, you know what I'm saying, is what you call the deceitful and bloody man. You know, he can't stay out of no one business. You know, he's the hammer of the whole earth, the nation police. And these nations right now are tired of this red devil, and they get ready to destroy this man. So now let's go to the comment board. Let's see what we got on the comment board, and we'll close out. Let's go here. Let's find this comment board right quick. See what we got on the comment board right fast. Hey, just like I say, man, a lot of people right now, they get ready to F around and find out. You know, a lot of things are going on, man. A lot of things are happening. You know, we're here, man. We are here. It is at the door. We're seeing that we're here. So let's see. Shalom to raising the elect 144. Shalom to you, brother Brakathah. Shalom to GMS in his likeness. Shalom to you, brother Brakathah. GMS Miami. Orlando. It said here, Shalom to Issachar, servant of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom to you. Shalom to Ken Parvis. Shalom to you also. Let's see what else we got here. See anyone else want to come in? Sakayar Yasarala. Shalom to you. You know, and you know, join me on this live. So let's get here to get a few of these precepts, and we'll close out. You know, go about an hour, a little bit over an hour. But we're seeing right now that we're here, the prophets right now. We're standing on our watch, and we're standing on fire for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Let's see here. Let's start this one first with Ken Parvis. He got Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 22. It said, for Yahweh is our judge. Say, Yahweh is our lawgiver. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai is our king. Say, he will save us. Exactly right. You know what I'm saying? Ecclesiastes by the same brother, Ecclesiastes chapter 13 and verse 14 said, love Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Said, all thy life and call upon him for thy salvation. Who is doing that? Calling upon the Lord right now. Magnifying his name right now. What? Said what? The elect. It said the elect shall what? Praise his holy name when you go to what? Ecclesiastes, I think that's in chapter 17. It says here, same brother Ken Parvis once again said, 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 21 said, behold, victors shall be good and cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. Say, even then shall evils grow upon the earth. It says here, sword, famine, and great confusion. So that's exactly what we're seeing. A lot of people right now think that they're a good cake. They're thinking everything is nice. They're seeing the quiet before the storm. They're seeing right now that, you know, I still have my job. I still have my bank account. I'm still eating good right now. What the hell is they talking about? Well, you're getting ready to find out. This place is getting ready to be a third world country overnight. The Lord's going to bring that sword. You know what I'm saying? Death. You know what I'm saying? Judgment from the Lord. Famine. You know what I'm saying? That famine is coming. You know what I'm saying? Food shortage, rolling blackout, cyber attack. That's what the Lord's getting ready to bring upon this earth. Come what? A complete nightmare. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is getting ready to show you what he's all about. The great fear of the Lord is getting ready to come back upon this earth. You know what I'm saying? Also these pestilence, these plagues. The Lord is constantly increasing this nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the Lord has not done? You thinking you're a good cake. People are getting ready for these barbecues, getting ready to relax in their leaves, and all hell is getting ready to break loose. I see here a verse, see what he got here. Same brother, Ken Parvis, he got here Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 13 said, in whom ye also trusted after that ye heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation, in whom also after that ye believe. So ye were sealed with the Holy Spirit of the promise. And who is that? That's talking about the elect. You know, once we heard it, you know, we were locked in. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. It's all for the elect. You know what I'm saying? Who helped believe the report? What? The elect, the true believers of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. See right here, GMS, glorious in its appearance, and Shalom. You know, Alchemist, Shalom to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Brakatha. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, man, we are so very close, man. We are here. So what we got here, drop down and get a few more here. Shalom to Aramya. Shalom to you, brother. See what else we got here. Ken Parvis. See what he got. Let's get this one here. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 24 said, great men and judges and portentous says shall be honored, yet is there none of their greater than he that fears Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Once again, the elect, we fear the Lord. The two there, they don't fear the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord is getting ready to show up and show them. They're getting ready to F around and find out very soon. Let's go here to Issachar, servant of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. This is what he got here. Acts chapter 17 and verse, I think it's 31 if I'm not mistaken. In Acts chapter 3, and I think it's verse 31. It's kind of chopped up, but anyway, we read it said, because say he has appointed a day in the which he will judge the world in righteousness. Said by that man whom he has ordained, said whereof he has given assurance unto all men, in that he has it got cut off. But just like I say, you know, it's talking about what Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the Lord's getting ready to come back to judge the world in what? In righteousness. And out about it, you know, we are very close. We're seeing that the kingdom of heaven is fast approaching. See what else we got here. By the same brother, Issachar, servant of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, got here Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 1. It says here, Isaiah chapter 59, what's going on now? Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19, it says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and the glory from the rising of the sun. So when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Lord shall lift up a standard. So we seeing right now the enemy is coming in like a flood right now. These that military flood, that's what we're talking about. You know, coming with his military, coming with his technology. But when he coming up against the men of the Lord, the Lord is going to lift up that standard, a way to escape. So all we got to do is trust and believe in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. Archangel Michael is getting ready to stand up for the children of Israel very soon. So Lord is getting ready to help us in ways that we do not know how. All we must do is constantly what? Trust and believe in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. He's going to do the rest. Don't lean not on your own understanding, but trust and believe in him. See what else we got here. Let's go here to Job by the same brother, Hezekiah, servant of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. He got Job chapter 20 through 23. It says here, it says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Almighty shall cast the fear of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So right now, he's getting ready to fill his belly. He's talking about his agenda, his plan, you know what I'm saying? His enterprise, you know, this new world order, you know, this digital society, you know what I'm saying? This big brother watching system, we put it like that. This grain of rice shall go into your right hand or your foot. He get ready to bring that out very soon, you know. So he think he got everything ready to go, but the Lord already said their hands would not be able to perform their enterprise. The Lord going to interrupt him. We cannot wait. See what else we got here. It says here, it said 25 feet is drawn and coming out of the body. Okay, that's the other part right. It's like it's broken up. That's okay. Let's start back up at verse 20. And I think it's dropped. It skipped to verse 24. It said, and he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Let's talk about them IBCM missiles. He's gonna flee from that. He's gonna run to those damn bunkers, but it's gonna be too late. And he said here, verse 25, Job chapter 20, verse 25. It said, it shall be drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. As there, you got it right there, we're gonna be upon him. When those them IBCM missiles come out of those silos, you know what I'm saying? The Lord's getting ready, you know, he's gonna direct them through the Spirit, but we knowing that the implementation of that chip got to come first. You know, that's Bible prophecy. We see that Revelation chapter 25 is lining up just like clockwork. So we'll go here and get one more from let's go here to Jeremiah, because you know it's time to flee out of Mr. Babylon, you know, so what, spiritually, because we're very close to the Lord get ready to bring this destruction that we have never seen before. Let's go here to Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah chapter 51. We get them, we'll close out by burn out. Get a little shot of water right quick. That's how we run on time. Get a little swig of water. But we're seeing right now that that war is near. You know, we probably get Revelation chapter 11, verse 14 for Salaki. So we're seeing that we are very close, that these things are coming reality. Prophecies are being fulfilled pretty much each and every day. Each and every day, at the end it shall speak and not lie. It ain't tearing anymore. So let's get that right quick, because we're seeing that we're coming upon war. Instead of going to Jeremiah, let's go here to Revelation. Let's go to Revelation chapter 3. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 14. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 14. See where we at here. Revelation chapter 11, so like it. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. Revelation chapter 11. Let's get this right quick. One moment, please. It says here, the second woe is past. Behold, the third woe come quickly. So that's where we're at right now. World War III is constantly shaping up. It's constantly being manifest. The end is being manifest right before it's being revealed. It's more obvious and clear that we're here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know, they're saying they get ready to leave America, saying that a lot of people say they get ready to go to these doomsday bunkers. They're saying about these movie stars, you know what I'm saying? I think it's about Jay-Z and Beyonce that they were moving to UK, but you can't run and hide from the Lord. You know, there's no escaping the hands of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? they in for a rude awakening. Don't care where you go, you ain't gonna escape his hand. And the curse is gonna follow us. If you're an Israelite, it's gonna follow you everywhere you go. You can't escape that. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is be humble, trust and believe Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. What are you running for? That's the mindset of a heathen. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, we know that the Lord's finna set up that righteous order. Let's read this once again. And the NLT said, Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14 said, the second terror is past. It's talking about World War II. But look, the third terror is coming quickly. That terror they're talking about is the last and final war, the wars to end all wars, right before what? The great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. It is fast approaching. It is at the door, very close to these times. Let's go here. Jeremiah, we get this one and we'll close out, because our salvation is very close at hand. Let's go here to Jeremiah chapter 51. Jeremiah chapter 51. We start up at verse 6. Well, let's start up at the top at verse 1. It says here, Babylon, the title of this, and it's in the blue letter, it said, Babylon judged for sins against Israel. So the Lord's getting ready to bring that recompense, that judgment. Someone got to pay for these crimes. So we see that the Lord is making what? An inquisition, an investigation. You know what I'm saying? What was done to us is getting ready to be done to them. It says here, Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 1, it said, thus said the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind. So right now the Lord, you know what I'm saying, is going to bring that destroying wind. Those IBCL missiles, they coming very soon. You know what I'm saying, out of this implementation. You know what I'm saying, this hour of temptation. You know that right now the Lord, that's the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. It says here, verse 2 is saying, and I will send into Babylon, you know what I'm saying, Babylon, aka America, fanners are the enemy that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. So that's what's getting ready to happen. You know, these nations get ready to be around about America. They get ready to destroy this place. Those fanners goes into being an enemy. You know what I'm saying? They get ready, this place is getting ready to be totally destroyed. Verse 3 said, against him that bendeth, let the archers bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up, and in his brigandine or his armory, say, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all of her hosts. So we coming upon that time. You know, it already is rumors that the sleeper cells are right here in America. You know, they ready to get activate. Also, we already know what's going on right there in our own backyard. You might well say Mexico gonna get involved. We're gonna know that pretty much all of South America gonna get involved, starting with Venezuela. So this thing's getting ready to pop off, man. We're close. Lord's getting ready to send that destroying wind. Well, that be seeing a missile, but we waiting on what the sealing of the elect. Let's drop down to verse 6. Said, flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Said, be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance, and he will render unto her a recompense, or getting ready to repay for all these crimes, for these sins. How do we flee out of the midst of Babylon? What? Spiritually. You know what I'm saying? It's wisdom, it's knowledge, it's gospel. You know what I'm saying? Coming under that right mindset. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at right now. We're getting very close, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we already knowing that the name of the Lord shall be a strong tower. You know what I'm saying? The righteous run into it and it's safe. You know what I'm saying? Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10. We're very close. Said, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Said, that made all the earth drunken. The nation have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. So we already know that America has been a major influence for all these nations. Everyone want to be like the whore. Everyone fornicated with the whore and live what? Deliciously. You know what I'm saying? With these, what the democracy that do thy will spirit. You'll come to America, you do anything and everything. All sorts of abomination. Lord's getting ready to destroy this place. You know what I'm saying? That's that golden cup in the Lord's hand. But the Lord's getting ready, you know what I'm saying, to pour out that mixture, that indignation. It says, verse 8 said, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. It said, howl for her, take balm for her, pain, if so be she may be healed, but she will not be healed. This place will never rise up again. You know what I'm saying? This place has fallen and never rise up again. There will be no inhabitant left here in Babylon the Great. This place is going to be the second death, which in fact is the lake of fire. And how will it become the lake of fire? By these IBCM missiles hitting this motherfucker from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? The Lord finna light this bitch up. Let's see here. Verse 9 said, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. Said, for her judgment reaches into heaven and is lifted even to the sky. So the Lord's getting ready to make his move. The Lord's getting ready to come out of his place. The Lord's eyes is upon the sinful kingdom. The Lord's getting ready to judge this place. The Lord's getting ready to destroy this place. You know what I'm saying? 2 parts therein will be cut off and die. Starting with the wicked Negroes, the wicked Latinos, the Native Indian, also these heathen nations, the head of those heathen nations in Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying? The original caveman. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's coming back for his ass. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we cannot wait, man. Lord's getting ready to do a mighty work, so they're done reaching into the heavens. Hey, man, the Lord's getting ready to do something, man. We constantly warn you. Let's drop down to verse 12. We're getting ready to close out in a minute. And we seeing that hey, man, these prophets are speaking loud and clear, man. Man, we are so very excited, man. These things are happening, man. How long, oh Lord, DTA, Abba, Kwam Yasharala. Let's see here. Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 12, it says, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, to make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen, prepare the ambush, for the Lord has done and has both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. So right now, the Lord, you know, is setting up what the ambush is. You know what I'm saying? Which in fact is these foreign countries that are gonna come in. It's gonna be the UN troops. It's gonna be China and Russia in collaboration with the UN troops. You know, so they're already here. They're waiting on the green light. And also we already know that he's putting the military on the street. This place is becoming a police state. They can call martial law or some type of lockdown at any given time. Why is he putting all these things in position? Because we already know what this red devil is getting ready to do. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some type of false flag event, could be some type of red dawn event, a black swan event, but we know that it's going to happen. This devil's getting ready to roll. This could be the possible door winner, and I believe that it probably will be. And one thing about it, we know we're coming upon this new digital infrastructure. The Lord is setting up the ambush. The Lord is setting up the watchmen. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to take this place out. That's why we see that this nation is divided. It cannot stand. Civil war is upon it. You know what I'm saying? Sedition among men, insurrection. A lot of things are getting ready to happen. You know what I'm saying? A rioting, polluting, a lot of robbing, raping. A lot of things getting ready to come upon us. Verse 13 said, O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundance in treasures, said thy end is come, and the measure of thy covenants. You know, the Lord's getting ready to judge this place. Verse talking about Babylon the Great America. And you know, it's on many waters. It says here, verse 14 said, the Lord of hosts has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. So so we see it right now. America is filled up with a lot of different foreigners. You know what I'm saying? With the enemy. You know, we seeing that left and right. You know what I'm saying? All these talking about these so-called illegal migrants and different things like that. They'll set up these ICE patrol, you know, in collaboration with the local police, and also National Guard, and also the Marine. So we already know how the state was said. You see, we see what President Biden did. He set it up. Then Trump turned around. He filled it up. Trump turned around, called himself, talking about he getting ready to get them out of here. You know, it's all part of the same plan. The left and the right, it's all a part of the same bird, which in fact is that eagle. You know what I'm saying? This is the revived Roman Empire. We're not ignorant of Satan's device. So the Lord has filled this place up with the enemy. And this place is getting ready to go down. You know what I'm saying? The enemy within. We seeing that our salvation is very close at hand. We seeing that we're here. Let's get that right quick. We'll close out. I'm about to run out of gas. Let's go here to Romans. We'll close out in Romans. And once again, I hope you got edified by today's live. We're going to go and get out of here. Let's go here to Romans chapter 13. We'll close out here at verse 11. Romans chapter 13 and verse 11 said, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. So it's very close. Salvation is out the door, man. Lord's getting ready to come to deliver us. We're seeing that UFO sites all across the world. How long, oh Lord? The Lord is here, man. The Lord is visiting the earth that he created. Verse 12, it said, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. You know what I'm saying? This wisdom is not this gospel. You know what I'm saying? It sustain us, and also it shall be a stronghold in times of trouble. Verse 13 said, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chattering and wantonness, not in striving envy. You know, examine yourself, get your house in order, get your mind right. Verse 14 But put ye on the Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. So one thing about it is that we got to come upon a time where, we totally locked in with Yahushua Shemashah, or you not. So the Lord said, the election hesitated and the rest was blind. That's what the point we at right now. Let the just be just and let the unjust be unjust. Everyone is standing in their lot. The Lord is getting ready to bring the house down. These last few prophecies are getting ready to come to pass. In that day, they shall know that a prophet was among them. Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33. Let's get that. I'll quote it. We'll close out with that one. So we know that we're very close. I might go back to Comment Board, see if anything else. It says here, tender and delicate. I think he might have something. We might go back to the Comment Board one more time, too. Ezekiel chapter 33. Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33. Let's get this one right quick. We close out right here because we seeing the prophecies coming to pass, the signs of the time. We're here, man. We are here. If it'll be no more vain divination, when you go to Ezekiel chapter 12, it says here, Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33, it says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. So what's coming to pass? The signs of the time, these prophecies. Right now, the end is being manifest. It's being obviously clear that we're here. You know what I'm saying? It's no more a vain divination. The Lord's getting ready to execute, you know what I'm saying, and do what he's getting ready to do. He's getting ready to make it good. You know what I'm saying? He's getting ready to make it plain. You know what I'm saying? We're very close. The Lord's getting ready to come about this place and destroy this place. You know, the Lord's getting ready to judge this place. You know, it's a high time to wake out of sleep. It's time to seek the Lord. Signs of the times are here. And the Lord's getting ready to bring forth that judgment like you have never seen before. Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, also the implementation of the RFD microchip, which in fact is that grain of rice. So we'll go back to the Comment Board one more time. We close out. Let's go here to the Comment Board, see what else we got left on the Comment Board. And once again, I'd like to say shalom for everyone that joined me on this live. Shalom, Brakatham. See what else we got here. See what we got. See what we got here. See if he put up anything else. Let's get this last one by Issachar, servant of Yahweh, by Shema Shai. See what he got here. Isaiah chapter 47. I think it's 1. It said, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Said sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. That's right. So go ahead and sit your ass down in the dust. It's almost over for your ass. Talking about America, Babylon the Great. Place is getting ready to be totally destroyed. The country warning you, left and right. If you love it here, you're getting ready to die here. You know what I'm saying? If you're not ready to rule, then you'll get ready to die. If you're not getting beamed up, you're getting ready to get burnt up. So it's plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's only coming back for that 1/3 remnant, the one that stayed loyal to him, the one that's constantly magnifying his name, and also the one that's constantly standing on their watch and staying on fire for Yahweh by Shema Shai. So I'd like to say shalom to everyone on the Comment Board for joining me on this live. And we're going to face the east. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, the Kakadash. And double honor to those great millstone while lunch is true. And also to the oath elect that scattered abroad. Keep pushing, keep believing. The Lord is getting ready to do the rest. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom. Shalom.